the Spot. We'll run down the new releases hitting store shelves and what's coming this week to Wii Shop Channel. We get a look at EA's Create today on the Spot.
Welcome everybody to a little show we like to call Today on the Spot. It's Tuesday, November 9th, 2010. I'm your host, Sean McGinnis. This is our intrepid co-host, Giancarlo Veronini. Giancarlo, thanks for joining us.
A pleasure as always.
A pleasure as always. Giancarlo, we've got a great show coming up, but perhaps the coolest part are these sweet Tactics Ogre tarot cards that we're giving away on the end of the show. I don't know if your resolutions are high enough to see, but this guy looks exactly like a hobo, and so does this guy. It's like a hobo battle with tarot cards. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you know, it's what will the hobo say about your future?
Exactly. I don't know. That's the great mystery, and that's what's so cool about our trivia, so that's coming up at the end of the show. But first, let's start it off with the latest headline.
Hey everybody, it's your GameSpot news update for Tuesday, November 9th. I'm Tor Thorson. Though it was plagued by an array of bugs at launch, Fallout New Vegas is now a bona fide hit. This week, the post-nuclear role-playing games publisher, Bethesda Softworks, announced that the game has shipped 5 million units worldwide. The company did not offer exact sales figures, but said that including a heavy volume of digital downloads, the game has generated well over $300 million in retail sales. Today's announcement comes almost in tandem with Bethesda's revelation that a quote-unquote comprehensive set of bug fixes will soon arrive for all versions of Fallout New Vegas. In other news, BioWare offered gamers a glimpse of what they'll be able to expect from the PlayStation 3 version of Mass Effect 2. Given the higher storage capacity of the console's Blu-ray disc media, the pack will include most of the DLC from the PC and Xbox 360 versions of the game. These include Lair of the Shadow Broker, Project Overlord, Kasumi Stolen Memory, and Blood Dragon armor packs. BioWare will also be offering a make-good to PS3 gamers for the absence of the original game on Sony's platform. The studio's Edmonton arm will be collaborating with Dark Horse Comics on an interactive comic that helps fill in the story leading up to the events of Mass Effect 2. The comic will contain core elements of the first Mass Effect, which was published by Microsoft Game Studios. Well, that's it, your GameSpot news update for Tuesday, November 9th. For more headlines, head on over to news.gamespot.com.
And now that you're all caught up in the world of news, let's see what's going on in the world of new releases.
This week in new releases, 1 year ago, Activision released Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the critically and financially successful shooter from Infinity Ward. Now it's Treyarch's turn. The developer's greatly hyped Call of Duty Black Ops comes to the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, DS, and PC on Tuesday. Black Ops features a star-studded cast, a soundtrack composed by Sean Murray of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and will be available in 3 distinct editions. The Cold War air shooter will also sport a zombie mode, a fan favorite from Treyarch's Call of Duty World at War. Nintendo ushers in a new wave of control this week with the Wii Remote Plus. The Wii Remote Plus will come out November 7th and will be sold in all new Wii hardware packages and bundles. It will also be sold separately beginning on that date for $39.99. The Wii Remote Plus combines the original Wii Remote with the Motion Plus add-on. Also being released on November 7th will be the new $180 DSi XL bundle. Similar to the Wii package, the DSi XL bundle is also a limited edition and is colored red in honor of the 25th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Making its way to shelves on the same day is Fling Smash, Nintendo's latest controller software pairing. The new SKU bundles a Wii Remote Plus with a copy of the game. According to Nintendo, Fling Smash combines the hands-on fun of tennis with the non-stop action and instant gratification of pinball. The Fling Smash bundle will retail for $49.99. Also releasing this week is The Fight Lights Out, a PlayStation Move exclusive. The title lets players fight in the dark and gritty underground with Sony's new motion controllers, which have shipped more than 1 million units since releasing on September 17th. Those looking to the past for new fun can pick up the Sly Collection this week for the PlayStation 3. The bundle includes all 3 PlayStation 2 Sly games, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2 Band of Thieves, and Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. Besides having remastered HD graphics, the Sly Collection will boast 3D visuals, provided the player has a television that supports it. It will also support Sony PlayStation Move motion controllers and will have an extensive trophy system. Rounding out the week is the Wii version of Tom Clancy's Hawks 2 and Nights in the Nightmare for PSP. Those who purchase the latter will score a free digital copy of another Atlas PSP RPG remake, Yggdra Union. For further details on the Wii's games, visit GameSpot's new releases page. Release dates are based on retail listings and are subject to change.
New releases brought to you by Best Buy. Bring your games to Best Buy and get more trade-in power with select games worth $20 and up in gift cards you can use store-wide.
Now that we're all caught up on the new releases, let's find out what's new this week on the Wii Shop Channel.
This week on Wii Shop Channel. In WiiWare, quash a rebellion in Gods vs. Humans. Embody 16 major gods from the mythologies of Scandinavia, Egypt, Rome, and Japan. Battle the non-believers as they build their towers to oppose you, but be careful not to hurt them, you still need followers. After that, show the world what you've got with Mix Superstar. Create, mix, and record your own royalty-free music. There are more than 1,000 dance, hip-hop, and techno loops, including drum, bass, synth, guitar, and voice tracks. Export your creations with Mix Superstar, load them on your computer, and put it out there for the world to hear. In Nintendo DSiWare, try Go Series Pinball Attack. Pinball Attack is a unique fusion of pinball, exploration, and shooting. Control the flippers of a pinball machine as you go on a journey under the sea, inside the earth, through a jungle, and into space. As the scenery passes by, use the pinball to fight off enemies, collect bonuses, and grab power-ups. Do you love gambling but hate losing money? Adventure in Vegas Slot Machine has you covered. Try your luck on 3 slot machines: Hawaiian, Aztec Treasure, and Mexican Heat. Take an around-the-world trip, amassing a small fortune, and luxury goods such as jewelry, bikes, or even a jet. Just don't end up destitute in a gutter somewhere. Finally, this week, try Disco Light. If you ever find yourself stuck in a small dark space without a party, Disco Light has you covered. Choose between music genres such as love, hip-hop, and rock. A special Disco feature will display colors that change with the rhythm of the music. Play several Nintendo DSi systems together and make it hot. That's all the time we have, folks. Join us next week for more This Week on Wii Shop Channel.
Giancarlo, word around the office is that you are a creative person. You like to flex your creative muscles in video game form, so to speak.
Yeah, you know, that's how I spend my nights. I go home and I make levels.
You make beautiful art from scratch.
I do.
Well, you might be interested in a new game from EA called Create, which we were lucky enough to get an on-location demo for recently. Let's check it out.
So we're here with Emily from EA Brightlight, taking a look at EA Create. Emily, thanks a lot for joining us.
My pleasure, yeah. Really pleased to be able to show you Create.
So Emily, could you give us just a brief overview of what EA Create is?
EA Create is essentially a physics-based puzzle game which allows you to unleash your creativity onto the world. So there were 2 sides to Create. There's very much a kind of design side where you can create really great looking scenes really simply, and there's also a really cool kind of puzzle side. We actually call them challenges though, because they're a bit more open-ended than a puzzle is. So I can take you through both sides of that, and then once you've done all that you can share it with your friends. But I'll talk you through the visual side first. So essentially here's a scene that I created earlier. You can see it's really simple to change wall textures, anything that you want. So we can just put in let's make this bit of pavement out here, a bit of wood. You can see we've got hundreds and hundreds. I mean, one of the things that's great about Create is that literally you've got so many different things that you can access to put into your worlds. We've got 14 different worlds, and each of those has got 10 individual challenges. So I'll just add a little couple of extra bits. I quite like flags, so I'm going to stick some flags in. We've got everything from objects to animals. You can see I've added a unicorn in there. We've also got some things like bears. Oh, I'll add a fawn. Everyone loves a fawn. And then cats and all sorts of things. We've also got stickers that you can add to your wall. We've also got this really cool thing which allows you to just sprinkle flowers and kind of stuff all over the place. It's really, really, really easy to use. That was one of the things that we wanted to do when we made the game, was create what we call no-fail tools. We've also got some really nice stuff that you can muck around with the sky. So you can see if you want to create kind of space scenes, it's really easy to do that as well. But I'm going to add some clouds in the sky. If you don't want to go through everything like me, there is actually a filter system so you can quick access stuff. Let's put one of these guys in the sky. So we can put him in. He looks a little large, so maybe let's make him a little bit, oops, I've got him flying backwards. There we go. Oh, we'll just send him off flying.
So there are a lot of different tools that you can use to kind of edit and create your own worlds, but we understand there's also a new puzzle system which EA Brightlight prefers to call challenges.
Yeah, basically we call them challenges for the reason that they are open-ended rather than a puzzle, which is... I'm just going to stop this guy because he's going to drive me nuts. Sorry. Okay, let's just delete him actually. So basically these are challenges. So these little dudes in the middle of the screen are access to challenges. We call them challenges because unlike puzzles, they don't have a single solution. We've got 4 different types of challenge. So our simplest type of challenge is an object challenge. And an object challenge is very much about teaching the player how to interact with a certain object. So like I said, create is very much about a physics-based puzzle mechanics. So it's all about kind of creating chains, seeing what bounces off what, how things different work together. So this is an object challenge which is teaching me about fans. Obviously here is one I made earlier, so I can show you a little bit around it. So you can see in the middle of the thing I've got a menu list, I've got a number of objects that I can use, and the actual objective of this challenge is to get this gift on a balloon and this rocking horse, you can just about see him here on a balloon, into this place. Now I've set up some of the fans earlier, but I'll show you actually. It's pretty easy you just place a fan, you can hold the fan, and then you can rotate the fan. You can just very easily create something like this. So if I just hit the start button, you can see my 2 objects are being pushed by the fan into the space. Now obviously it looks pretty simple what I've done here, but it's all about experimentation, seeing what works, what doesn't work, tinkering, having a play, and going from there really.
Sure. So Emily, we understand that there are, I guess, 14 different worlds, and each has 10 different challenges. So lots and lots of stuff to mess with there. But there's also going to be, I guess, a sandbox mode, as well as players are going to be able to create their own puzzles and share them with each other. Can you tell us about the sharing system in the game?
Absolutely. So basically, each of the worlds you can create and decorate your own way. We called those creations. So you can share those creations with your friends. So I could share this, I could put it online, and then my friends could come and download it and remix it, do whatever they want to it basically, and then pop it back online. We've also got sharing solutions, and then also you can share your own puzzles. So within these scenes that you've created yourself, you can create your own puzzles, your own challenges, and then share those with people to be able to download and have a go at themselves.
That's a lot of cool stuff there. And that was our demo of EA Create. Thanks for watching.
Giancarlo, I will trade you my Sexy Empress and Grim Reaper for your Wizard Hobo rookie card. Does that sound like a fair trade?
I don't know, man. The Wizard Hobo is kind of like the most valuable card in this deck. But I will say, though, this Emperor Hobo card just told me that it's time for trivia.
Oh, is it time for trivia?
That's
a good point, actually. We can't trade cards all day long. So, like we said, and suggested here, we're giving away some Tactics Ogre trivia cards for the new Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together game. The question that I've got for you guys is this: name the year that the original Tactics Ogre game came out in stores. If you think you know the answer, send us an email to onthespot@gamespot.com or use that little green answer trivia button on the page right here. And with all that trivia business taken care of, we have officially reached the conclusion of this episode. But Giancarlo, we've got a few things worth mentioning here at the end, though, right?
Yeah. So for those of you who might not know, this week is Call of Duty week, so to speak. So we got a review coming. We've got a starting block that'll give people sort of hints and tips as to what they can do in the game. And then we also have a community game night. So if you have an Xbox Live Gamer Tag, PS3, whatever you have out there, you can come play the game with us in multiplayer. We'll have lots and lots of fun.
Cool. Sounds like it'll be a good time. And also, we've got a recurring feature coming up soon here for our holiday gift guide, and the first one is coming up this week, so make sure to stick around. And that just about does it, folks. So again, I'm Sean McInnes.
I'm Giancarlo Veronini.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I like the Hobo Wizard. He's my favorite.
Now that we're all caught up on new releases, let's find out what's new on this week's Wii Shop. No, let's not do that.